Today, I have Kelvin here to help me answer some Slido questions. Since we are recording while waiting for our backholders crew joining, another two are late. Actually, I received these questions on my Slido when I posted in my group. And the question is asking about moving and retire in Malaysia. Can I seek your advice since you are from Malaysia and also you have a lot of friends can ask if I have an intention to move to Malaysia and seek a simple life away from fast-paced, crowded Singapore city life? Can you give some opinion where to start? I was thinking some place where I can start my own small business or those kampung places where we can grow our own food. I'm open to ideas. Since you are from Malaysia, right? Would you advise your friends to retire in Malaysia? Do you think this is a good idea?
Okay, so I think the reason you're asking this is probably because you don't have experience staying in Malaysia. So I think even before thinking of moving there, right, you have to go and visit some kampung places in Malaysia lah. Like for me, my kampung is from Ayatawa. I don't know if you guys have heard of it before. Ayatawa/Setiawan. So it's a fishing village near Ipoh, about 1 hour away from Ipoh. So my grandparents from my father's side, they are fishermen. My grandparents from my mother's side, rubber tappers. But they are both one village, another village, but they are doing two different industry. I think for kampung life, right, the thing that I realized is there's really nothing much there. Like people say like Singapore, there's nothing much, right? Kampung life is even simpler than that. Like there's totally nothing. There's food. There's more food. There's maybe just one shopping mall. Then that's it. The rest is just rivers and plantations, rows and rows of plantations, like easily. So I think the first thing is like you have to just go there and maybe stay in some Airbnb or hotel. There's a hotel lah. It's not so ulu like that lah. There's a hotel. But morning you will hear all the hawker, the chicken going goo. Yeah, it's like that. Try staying there for 1 week. See if you like the life there or not. For me, I'm okay. I'm used to the life there. But for Bundi, you're also from sort of a kampung area, right?
Yeah,
So what do you think?
my place is even more kampung. I think even more also don't have. So it's really nothing one. The largest grocery store is like, the size of like Giant here. Don't even have a mall. You need to drive like 1 hour to reach another place that have some like shopping mall with cinema. But this is the things, right? I think people want different thing at different stage of life. Some, they prefer places like Singapore because here you can earn a higher salary, right? But after working for, let's say like 10, 20 years, they're thinking of looking for some place, live some simple life, right? And Malaysia, I mean, internet connections are good, got good food. I think these are places that people think good to retire. Don't you think so?
Okay, it sounds good in theory, but let's say if you retire in your 30s, 40s, this means it's very likely that you will stop growing. Basically, you will stay stagnant for the rest of your life. Okay, you say got business, but if you're doing as a let's say as a shopkeeper, or even like a rubber tapper, right, or even as a farmer, that's what you'll be doing for the rest of your life because you wouldn't expect to earn much from it also. But I guess
for retirement, no need to earn.
Yeah. But then are you hedged against inflation? Maybe Singaporeans are hedged against inflation. So I know this girl, her name is Jean. She was a lawyer. Then she retired at 40. Then she moved to Bali. Right now she's running a business like surfing business, online business with her husband. The way she hedged against inflation is that she ran out a HDB. So this is the thing that Singaporeans have a lot of power in a lot of what is they call is a luck they are very lucky because Singapore you rent out one property, right, you use your money rent, you move to elsewhere, you straight away can live like a king already.
Yeah.
And it's hedged against inflation because the rent will just keep going up. Doesn't mean there's no market crash but I don't see that happening because people will just keep coming into Singapore to work because like there's more and more elderly people in Singapore, so they will have to import more foreigners. The rental market is going to grow a lot more so you're hedged against inflation. Also, the other thing is like, can you live like this kind of life for it's basically forever, right? Because once you move elsewhere, you don't have growth. You can forget about like traveling overseas already because your money earned is like
lesser.
The render pay. It's
Yeah.
basically the render pay.
What about I think the guy also asked, right? Like try to do some simple business in Malaysia. I personally think that it may not be that easy because Malaysia, the way of doing business is different compared to Singapore. You need to know your way around it, right? So it's maybe it's not so simple for a foreigner to go into Malaysia and set up some business, right? That's my that's what I feel. I don't know what about you. Do you know anyone who like can transitions and then can set up some small businesses in Malaysia?
Actually, my wife, her friends just started this store selling noodles at coffee shop. Yeah.
How was it?
He's doing okay, surprisingly.
Ah,
Yeah, because everyone has to eat, ma. But the competition will be very high, lah, because everyone is there doing the same thing as you, unless you're going to bring in Singapore food. But from what I know, right, local food is better than overseas food. So you have to learn the local recipe, lor. Because
mm,
because you have to cater for local taste, ma.
mm.
Like if you try to bring Singapore bak kut teh into Malaysia, I think you'll straight away die. Because nobody wants pepper soup, right? They
Who
want
knows,
herbal.
right? No
They want
competitions.
if you really want the business must be online business, I feel. But local okay lah, but I feel it's a lot harder. Like once you fail, your capital all gone.
All right. I think that's answer from Kelvin, someone who's from Malaysia. So thank you so much for coming in and help me answer this question. See you.